DOGE, and I'm not talking about the coin, I'm talking about Department of Government Efficiency. DOGE, officially the U.S. DOGE Service Temporary Organization. And I'm here to talk about the impact of DOGE on federal government contracting, especially for us small business owners. So currently, Elon Musk is over this DOGE organization to look at wasteful government spending. I have been in this space since 2007. Y'all, I got stories, and the stories are coming out. I'm just letting you know. So in terms of what I have encountered over my years of being in this space, I have seen and experienced a multitude of wasteful government spending. The DOGE, I believe there's a website, I know there's an X or Twitter account. They've identified all kinds of interesting government opportunities. So here's what you want to take away from it. Number one, do not get involved in something that's super controversial. If somebody is looking to fund Why Lizards Hiccup, you need to pass. Make a heart, not doing it, because you're going to end up on the DOGE site and they're going to cancel your contract. If somebody's looking for an office space to host a diversity and inclusion event, nope, you don't want anything to do with it. And it's probably been canceled by now anyways. You don't want anything to do with it. So one of the things that I like about DOGE is that they're identifying and highlighting this wasteful spending because it's always been there. It's always going to be there. It's just how things are. I don't believe that there's any group or any person that's going to completely eradicate wasteful spending. I think it's just something that's there. Can you significantly decrease it? Of course. They've already slashed hundreds of millions of dollars, including contracts that I was connected to, that we were connected to, which I'm going to go into in a second. Another thing that you want to do, kind of the second suggestion, is make sure that you are not attached to any prime contractor who is known for working on efforts that have been linked to something DOGE has published. You want to be careful of that because I know that a lot of us small businesses are encouraged to partner with companies, which is beautiful. We've partnered with a lot out there, but you want to make sure you do your due diligence with them. Because one thing that's happened, especially with the whole DEI is dead, you had some agencies that thought they were slick and started to change titles or try to rename diversity and inclusion training to leadership training or anything like that. And you want to be very careful because they're going to figure out that can't do that, shouldn't do that, and they're going to probably cancel your contract. So you want to make sure that you don't do that. Another thing is when it comes to DOGE and the different contracts that have been canceled and the money that they've saved, there were two contracts that my company was involved in that were recently paused. So I'm going to explain about that so you're very well aware. I've been very open about my career in federal government contracting. I started out in equity, diversity, and inclusion at DOME, the Defense Legal Opportunity Management Institute at Patrick Air Force Base, that's now Patrick Space Force. And that's where I started out. And then in 2013, I was awarded my very first $4 million 8A contract for staffing. So I pivoted. That's what happened. Well, every now and again, an agency may ask for some type of diversity training. I use air quotes because the type of training would vary. I mean, there were even times that we did happiness training, team building. So several months ago during the Biden administration, a civil rights department within a particular agency had requested training. This was very normal. Well, since Trump has taken over, that training was canceled. Okay, it's canceled. Moving on. It's no different than a package being canceled because that was just a bolt on. It was just an additional source of revenue because they asked and I said yes. It's like, can't you buy nail polish on Amazon? Is Amazon making the vast majority of their money from nail polish? I doubt it. So it's just, it is what it is. Then this one I'm going to share took me by surprise. There's an agency, Fish and Wildlife. We were awarded on a GSA schedule a $1 million contract for radical collaboration training. We facilitated several of those trainings. They're on demand because one thing about the training realm is often it's based on their need, right? You don't get trained every day, all day. It's based on your need. So, but I will say, if somebody's in a field where training is needed because of what they're involved in is high risk, like lives are on the line, then they're going to go through a lot of training in comparison to if it's a soft skills course, maybe it's something that's administered once a month, once a quarter, as needed online. So this radical collaboration was offered as needed. And it's really about teamwork, communication, all of those things. Well, apparently, due to DOGE and DEI is equivalent to dying, that has been put on pause. Once again, I'm okay with that. Amazon sells Pringles. They're not making all their money through Pringles. Amazon has government contracts. I believe they have $1 billion contract with the Pentagon. So I look at it like, okay, I mean, it is what it is. I personally never viewed the radical collaboration training as diversity and inclusion, but also I'm not teaching the classes. I just own the company. So with all of this said, it's the mindset that's so key. By getting caught up on what's been canceled, what did Elon tweet, what did the president put on Truth, you're focused on the wrong thing. There are billions of dollars. I bet you this year it probably is like $900 billion spent on federal government contracts. That's where your energy must go. What can you sell to the government? How do you do it again and again? I mean, of course, by having a coach with popping curls, that's up. But, and if you can't afford a coach, leveraging YouTube University like this. So if you end up in a similar situation where an opportunity is canceled or postponed because it was deemed diversity and inclusion, it's okay. Or maybe, which I'm thinking this happened with Fish and Wildlife, it was probably something where maybe it was on the line. And I get it. I would rather be safe than sorry, because you don't want to end up on the DOGE Twitter site or X site. So focus on things that aren't controversial. If something gets canceled, it's okay. You just brush it off, y'all. You keep it moving. And what's great about this is, for instance, with Fish and Wildlife, if there's other trainings that come up, let's say technical writing, let's say they need a training on giving presentations, they're going to remember us because we're part of our wheelhouse at KPC is training and development. So I encourage you to look at things in the same way. It's all about the mindset. And there's no reason you can't find, bid, and win government contracts. As long as you believe it, it's going to happen because there's so many on here. You can just go on your phone on Sam.Gov. You can go on Fed Connect, and you can also go on Unison. There are a ton of opportunities, and all of those websites that I listed, they're all free. There's no fee. There's no fee to be on them. So don't get discouraged. Don't get concerned. Focus on things that aren't controversial. The link should be in the comments section. Check out and join my Facebook group. Check out my book at winnerswaybook.com. Be ready. I'm going to release another book soon. I'm going to have a new channel coming out soon that really complements this. You're going to see and hear a lot more from yours truly. I got another fitness show that I'm doing, and thank you all for your support with my previous fitness show. I really, really appreciated it. I love and adore you. And my hope and my dream and my goal for y'all is just to win, for you to know it's possible regardless of what's going on. That's why I'm here. I just want y'all to know that from somebody who has contracts. Okay? Got contracts. Love and adore. Hit like, subscribe, hit that notification button. And don't forget, everything is possible. Until next time, take care.